Yo, what's going on, guys? If you haven't been to the channel recently, I posted a little update video from last night. If you didn't get to watch it, basically, we graduated, me, Ethan, and Griffin, so we are doing a lot of schoolwork last week. We were all slammed. It's really hard. It was really hard. Now we're all done. So that's why we've been lagging on the merch and stuff like that. I know a lot of you have been asking for it. We will be shooting the stuff this week as we are all completely free now, except for Griffin and some others that have our jobs and stuff, or like part-time jobs. But for the most part, we're free now. We're free from school, so we're gonna be shooting some of that. Unfortunately, we probably won't be doing a lot of driving videos. It's been pretty tough. I mean, half our cars are down. My FD's still leaking oil. It still needs the intercooler installed and some like custom piping made. My E36 has like two fixed tickets for the headlights and the license plate frame on the front. So none of my cars are really drivable. We just moved in, so we have like all the rent to pay and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that I'm like super tight on money, but it's been a little tough for me and like Ethan too. Just having like these broken cars, and sometimes it gets to you. Sometimes it's like, man, like I wish I bought a car that ran. But, nevertheless, we'll try to fix it. It's just gonna cost a lot of money. But anyways, first, a word from our sponsor.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is one of the best role-playing games you can download for your iOS or Android device. One of my favorite aspects of Raid Shadow Legends is the Doom Tower. This is where you take your champions to fight your way to the top. Once you get to the top, you face the Doom boss, which can be pretty tough. It's up to you to decide which champions and what mechanics you'll be using to defeat these bosses. There's a ton happening in Raid this month. They've got special events every single day, including a new event called the Path of Light. Through this event, you'll be able to explore 3 different paths to get the rewards that you want. Raid is also hosting a Deliana Chase event, which is only available until July 20th. All you have to do is log in, play Raid for 7 days between now and then, and you'll get Deliana for free. But the gifts keep coming. All new players, all you have to do is enter this promo code, MyDeliana, to get your hands on everything. 50 EXP brews to instantly get your legendary hero Deliana to max level 50, as well as a ton of silver. This is the best time to get started in Raid. Scan the QR code below or click the link in my description below to get bonuses worth $30 that can be found in your inbox. All of these bonuses are only available for the next 30 days and for new players. We're talking Tay-Roll, 200,000 silver, Ancient Shards, XP boost, and even an energy refill.
Alright guys, now into the actual video. So, yeah, I have this like little streaming setup. I don't know if you guys like it. Let me know if you guys like it, because if so, maybe I'll start Twitch streaming. But this is basically OBS. I'm using OBS to like capture everything. That way it's less editing for me, and I can bang out more videos. But, yeah, I said I'd do 24 hours, leave this post up for 24 hours. It got 265 comments and or questions. So I'm going to cut it off here. It's only been up for like 12 hours, which is pretty crazy. So, or 13 hours, sorry, 13 hours. So, but yeah, anyways, let's get into the first question. Ryan Quadja says, how old are you? What's your major in college? What's the story of buying the FD? Okay, so I feel like a lot of these questions might be like the same, or not the same, but they might like they're more general questions about myself or the car, which can maybe answer a lot of other questions, like questions you guys may have, may intertwine with other questions. So I'm glad I'm like posting this online. Okay. I'm 24. I majored in engineering, mechanical, and civil engineering. It was like a general study, but my emphasis was in mechanical and civil, so that's what I just graduated in. Started buying the FD. I flew up to Washington in 2019 for 11 grand. I offered the dude 11 grand, and he accepted it. I mean, it was worth 11 grand at the time. It wasn't like an amazing deal, but it's what it was worth. Joe, I've always wondered what you guys do for a living and stuff. I can't tell you guys where we work, but we do work. Ethan's always does his own businesses, and then I and Griffin both work. I've been working since I was 16, mainly in like service industry. So that's how I made a lot of my money. I just been working for like 8 years now. So it's not like I just asked I'm like, hey, mom, buy me this. So it was more like me and Griffin both, we all work for our stuff, type thing. What are your short and long-term goals for the channel and content creation? Also, have you ever driven upper roads? Okay, I can't read the rest of the question, but I've not driven upper roads, upper Bay Area roads. The only ones I've driven are in the South Bay.
I'm not gonna say where because I don't want to blow up the spots, but and then the long-term plans and goals for the channel and content creation. I'd love to become a full-time content creator. That'd be great. Obviously, it's gonna take some time. I gotta build up the community, stuff like that. Keep putting out vids that are hopefully entertaining for you guys. But that's my end goal is just to put out videos that people like. Let's see. What's your overall plan for the RX-7? I know projects are never done. Just wondering, similar to Griffin, more toge-oriented, lighter wheels. Yeah, so I really like how my FD looks, regardless of how the heavier wheels and wider stands makes the car handle. Ultimately, I'd like to buy another RX-7 FC or FD and turn it into a time attack build. Because I really like the duality of a car. So instead of having both, I'd rather have one that's kind of like a daily, show car-ish, like mine, still kind of throw down on the mountain. But then I also want an RX-7 that's just strictly built for handling, throwing all looks out the window, even if it has a large wheel gap. I need that suspension travel in order to corner properly. So that's the thing. You can never ever get a good stance and handling with an FD, just because and a lot of people say bags are the way, but bags don't handle the same way suspension does. Even though it will allow you to go up and down and not bottom out, it doesn't have the same suspension travel and rebound as springs, as a strut spring setup. RX-9 comes. Sorry if I'm talking kind of fast, it's because I have literally 200 of these to go through. If the RX-9 comes out, would you consider, rumors say it's going to be a 3-rotor plus hybrid? Probably not. I mean, I don't like hybrids, even though I drive one. But I would never drive one if it's a sports car. Just doesn't make that much sense. Unless it's a CRZ. Advice for kids that just got their first car and want to modify. What parts should they actually invest in? Love the videos. Thank you, bro. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Well, for myself, if I can go back in time and tell my 16-year-old self what to buy, first of all, I was spending my money on shitty coilovers. I was spent $500 on these beat-ass coilovers just to slam my WRX. I spent $600 on JNC wheels off eBay. And then I spent $150 on modifying my exhaust to make it a straight blast pipe. Those are the things I probably wouldn't go back and do. Instead, I would have just saved up, bought some good wheels, some good light wheels, and then solid suspension, or at least a good spring and strut setup. And that's all you really need. You don't really need to go crazy with it. I was trying to go crazy. I was trying to buy big wings and stuff like that. If you don't have that much money, invest in things that will actually help the car perform and not just look good. But it's hard to speak. It's hard to practice what you preach. I mean, I have both of those things on my car now. But back in the day, I just used to only do cosmetic stuff. But hey, if that's what you're into, go for it. Hey bro, been watching your channel, been loving every minute. Question is, traveling content in Japan? I would love to go to Japan. It's a little expensive right now, and then also with COVID, it's a little tough because they, passports and stuff. So I'd love to go though eventually. I was wondering if there's a way to bring back first person. Yeah, I'll bring them back. I mean, sometimes I do them, but I think a lot of people like the third person, even though a lot of my OG subs know I did the first person at first. A lot of people really like the third person. So Nate DC4, some Integra content. I don't have my Integra anymore. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I said that before. FD, I would love to get another one for track build. I would buy another Honda. I'd probably buy an EG or an EK hatch. Those are my two favorite Hondas. Not just because they're from the 90s. I think that they're the lightest models and they also handle really well. Any advice managing money, fixing car in school? I did it. Honestly, man, just make smart investments. Buy used parts when you can. Obviously, don't buy used, I don't know, throttle position sensors or used, I don't know, anything electrical, used gauge clusters or used ECUs without having them be repaired or inspected, because those things can be fry out. But things like exhaust, used suspension, used wheels, you can kind of buy those with safety as long as you kind of know the history on them. And especially when you're buying wheels used, you can save a lot of money. Just make sure you bring them to a wheel balancer, a wheel shop, to check for bends before you buy them. That's my suggestion. Let's see. And then starting a channel. Yeah, this is a big one I always get asked. Starting a channel. Dude, I don't know. I just did it. Like, I just bought a $100 camera. I bought a $100 Sony one. I now have this one. It's a Sony A7S II. I spent like $1,600 on this and the lens. So obviously that's a big investment, but I started out with a $100 camera. $100 camera was great. It worked fantastic. And that's what I was shooting all my videos with. And also a $100 GoPro. It only took $200 to start my channel. And I was using a free editing software like iMovie or something like that. I forgot what I was using. But that's yeah. Hey, Merc, wondering, we ship merch to the Europe. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, honestly, I know I have a lot of supporters from all around the world. I see the demographics and I see people commenting. So we're going to make it shipping. We're going to try to make it worldwide. You guys just may have to pay for shipping. So I don't know how much that'll be. But if you guys, want the merch, we'll totally ship it out. We just leave it up to the customer /subscriber/supporter to pay for it. Have you ever thought about wearing a smartwatch, track your heart rate when you're on the toge? You always look super hyper. Yeah, I'm always hyper. I've answered this before in a video, but I'll say it again, just for this one. I'm always hyper because I'm always nervous and anxious when driving the car. Cars have broken a lot on me when driving, so I kind of have that anxiety from past not accidents, but just when things. I've had my suspension crack on me twice. I've snapped a couple axles. My wheels, when I was on reps, man, that shit broke under me on the highway. It cracked. So that was no fun. Here's a question. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Is a team with Miata. Okay. Balance your lifestyle. Work on your culture with the homies. Go to school. Make videos. Okay, so this was tough for me in the beginning because I would make a lot of solo content and then I have to hang out with my friends and then I have to do school and I have to do work. So now it's slowly coming together. Now my main work is YouTube for the most part, and when I'm doing YouTube, I'm also hanging out with my good friends Griffin, Ethan, Dan too, and others. So that's why it's so great to do YouTube. That's why I feel so blessed, is because my work is literally hanging out with my friends and working on cars. It's all three of those in one. So that's what it became. But at first, no, it was very, very tough to balance it. I was working 50 hours a week. I was going to school and I couldn't really hang out with people. I was just making videos. So that was tough. How do you judge the condition of RX-7? Love to pick one up. Get a compression tester, but ultimately it's kind of a gamble. I'm not saying it's kind of a gamble, but there's just, you don't know unless you have an expert completely look at it thoroughly. It's kind of hard to look at it, judge the condition first glance. So, never judge a book by its cover. Mine RX-7 looked like not the best from the outside, but mechanically it was great. So yeah, never judge a book by its cover. There can also be some really good looking RX-7s that don't exactly have the best running engine. So that's another one. What did your RX-7 cost and the mods you did? Also, would you recommend an RX-7 as a daily? I used to daily my FD. I actually did daily my FD. 1 year, the first year I had it, I drove it probably 7,000 miles in a year. So I'd say that's almost dailyable. I'd say it's more than the average person drives their FD. I know a lot of guys with FDs that don't drive their car at all. And it's, maybe a lot of them have families and stuff like that, but man, I can't justify that, man. I gotta drive my car. I think that's one of the things I preach on my channel is drive your car. Don't put it in the garage. Don't save it. Enjoy it. Enjoy your car. Let's see. Would y'all ever go on a road trip? And hit all the best roads to toge on, like Tail of the Dragon, Twisted Sisters? I would go to the East Coast. I would. I think that it would cost a lot of money for us to get there because we'd have to tow our cars. I would not probably take my FD on a road trip. I'd do it if we towed it, but I wouldn't do it just for the miles and literally that'd be 10% of the engine's life, just driving over there. So I don't want to do that. I did LA once. I did 1,000 miles in 3 days in my FD, and it was fine. But it's man, that's 1,000 miles out of the 60,000 is probably gonna live, maybe 70,000. So just for one video too. I just did it for the one video. One question. Able to afford ARC? How are you able to afford it? Oh yeah, I've been working. I said I was working since I was 16, man. It didn't come just like that. It took 4 years of saving up. Yeah, 4 or 5 years of saving up. So, what's the story behind the Hello Kitty cap on your steering wheel? If there is one, there is one. I don't know, man. I like Sanrio. I used to watch Hello Kitty with my sister, so it came with a car too. So had to keep it. All the cars you own, which was your favorite and why? 240SX. That's 240SX in high school. I bought it. It had welded diff SR20. I bought it for $7,000. I swung the shit out of it. I almost got kicked out of school because I was spinning donuts so much in the parking lot and making a lot of noise. It was straight piped. It was tuned on RS enthalpy tune. Yeah, it was not a good car for an 18-year-old kid to have. I'll say that. What advice do you have for finding safe roads to have fun on? I mean, honestly, man, like any public road isn't like considered like safe. I don't want to I'm not trying to preach that, but I will say that the road with the least amount of people and bikers. I think bikers are the most dangerous because bikers get hit a lot. And then of course, just try to drive when there's visibility. Like, make sure there's side markers if you're driving at night, so that way you can kind of, and like indicators, like turn indicators, so you can that are reflective, so you can kind of see like where the road's going. Because a lot of people crash because they don't notice the decreasing radius turns like at night, and they don't know the road. So the safest road is actually the road that you know the best. That's probably the safest road. So never ever push yourself first time driving a road or a track for that matter. Always just feel it out first, and then slowly increase your speeds as you get more comfortable. Congrats, major general engineering. Let's see. Have you thought about taking your cars to track motor parks? Yeah, I've been to Laguna Seca 4 times. It's pretty cool. I'd love to go to Thunderhill one day. A lot of people drive Thunderhill where I'm at. Where do you see the car scene in 10 years? Yeah, probably more EVs, man. But I see the cars going into ethanol. Probably more ethanol converted cars. I feel like that's the only way to stay on the road, because I don't know what gas prices. Gas prices are like $8 a gallon, which it's approaching that. Ethanol will probably be at like a couple dollars behind. So the only way to keep your cars on the road, or combustion engines on the road, with at an affordable price, probably be ethanol. Really like cars and bikes. Meet some of your friends. A lot of CO2s. Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, like EVs might be the way of the future. As much as I hate thinking about it, but it's what it might be. Vinyl wrap, repaint the car. What color you pick? You'll see. We're gonna wrap my car probably this summer, so you'll see. Would you ever buy an S chassis? Are you happy? Oh yeah, I would love. I'm looking at S chassis right now. I'm looking at S chassis and Hondas right now. Of course, man. I love S chassis. I love yours too. Yours looks awesome. Still S14. Would you stick with JDM cars next 10 years? Try out others in the future? I mean, I have a BMW right now. It's cool. Like, it handles really well. It's an awesome little car. Yeah, I would totally love others in the future for luxury, but I really like the feeling of being in an old 90s JDM bucket and fearing for my life. That's it's one of the joys of my life, just kind of fearing for it when I'm driving down a mountain with the boys, hitting some devious corners. So, any plans okay, yeah, American Steel. Look, man, I used to be an American Muscle. I used to like American Muscle. Before I bought my FD, I was looking into Corvettes. Why? Because they kind of look alike, but I liked LSs. I really was a big LS guy. I was like V8. I was a big straight line guy, so I did like Corvettes. I would probably pick up a Corvette if I were to get American Muscle. Do you and Griffin share a bed in the new house? Next question. How do you feel about the local scene lately? It seems you've been growing at a rapid pace. It's been growing at a rapid pace. YouTube, TikTok content. Yeah, I mean, I feel like social media has definitely blown up the car scene. It's how it's always been. Social media always blows up anything. So, yeah, social media, man. TikTok definitely blows it up. I see a lot of car TikToks. I noticed when I was on TikTok, when I started doing TikTok for my car stuff, it was really easy to like do well on TikTok. I mean, like, I just posted my car and the people were like, whoa. And I was like, I'm doing this on YouTube. But anyways, yeah, it's that was a big thing. I was like, wow, dude, TikTok also it's a little different than YouTube, I will say. I think that YouTube is like, man, it takes a lot of like editing and like a lot of like, filming to make a YouTube video. And then I see these guys on TikTok like just post, like, I posted like a 15-second video, dude, it like had so many views, and I was like, oh, it's so much easier to do well on TikTok versus YouTube. But yeah, it's just lot easier to put out content on TikTok. That's all I'll say versus YouTube. I think that's just a fact. That's just a fact. What do you think the future car seems to be like? Yeah, EVs. 94 Miatas. That was a car I learned on, so I like them. When are you guys going to the track? Sometime soon. We'll see. When it's not hot and I have an intercooler. What parts do you have? It's bolt-on, single turbo. Maybe a little under 300 wheel. Do you shop? Yeah, I have a shop like Christian and Socket Bomb to do like the really hard stuff, like the hard welding and like fittings and stuff. But I could do like the basic stuff. What do you plan on doing after school? Just YouTube. I'd like to just do YouTube full time after. If I have to, I'll get a job, in like a tech field. But as it stands now, I'd love to do just YouTube. About the FD, what's the history of the car before it officially? It was owned by a guy. He actually found me on Instagram. Shout out Devin. He lived in Portland, or I think he was in Washington, but he worked in Portland. So I picked the car up in Portland. I flew there. He picked me up in the FD. He drove the car that he's selling me to the airport where I was standing there. Bought a one-way ticket to Portland. So shout out Devin. I heard this loud ass car come through the airport, and man, I was like crying almost. I was so happy. I was so happy. Instead of canyon bombing, why don't you and Griffin take it to the track to see where you really stand up in terms of being fast? I don't know if this is... Okay, these kind of questions... I know it's probably not meant to be... Okay, that messed everything up. Okay. Yeah, I know this isn't really meant to be demeaning, but like I get a lot of these where like... saying like we're not actually fast or... Because we don't take it to the track, but yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. We'll probably do it soon, man. If you can own any other JDM legends, top 3. Love to own an NSX. I think that NSXs are really great. I drove one on the track, a 92. My dad had one a couple years ago, maybe like 4 years ago. He had an NSX, and it was super fast at Laguna. So yeah, probably an NSX, and then the next would probably be a, I don't know, probably just an NSX. I like that reliable lifestyle, Oh, Skyline. Sorry, what am I thinking? I love a Skyline too. How did being a car guy in college impact your college experience, or did you not care about that? Well, it actually helped me because I was able to join the car club. I'm not saying you have to have a car to join a car club, but I did have... Actually, I didn't have a car when I joined the car club. I sold my Z in the summer when I transferred into the school, and I went to the car club meet at my school with no car, and I just showed up, and like everyone had their cars, and I was like, oh, what do I do? So I actually got a ride with this guy with the turbo NA Miata, and that's what made me buy my FD. I was like, I want a turbo 90s car. A boosted 90s car, and then I bought my FD, and I was like, this is awesome. Let's see, how do you first get into cars? I really enjoy your videos and passion for cars. My dad was really into cars. My dad goes to the track a lot. He's a huge track guy. He's been going for like 30 years. It's just I was always in the street racing scene. So not street racing, but I was into like just keeping on the street, which is also really not a good influence, but it's I don't know, just what I did. So he got me into it. Take on electric cars, and they're cool. Would I ever own one? Yeah, I would. Gas is expensive, as anyone would. Of course I'd own an electric car. Literally can't afford to drive right now. It's expensive. Aside for an FD, dream car you like to own? Yeah, Skyline. I want an Auto 32 Skyline. It's going to be me or Griffin. Gonna own one. And then swap M3. No, S52 is pretty good. I like it. It's like good, reliable. It's not as powerful as the S54, but it's still solid motor. Rebuild RX-7. I will rebuild the RX-7 when it blows. That is the one car I will keep forever, probably, is my FD. Good first cars. Honda. I owned a Honda Accord, my first car. What kind of intake and blow-off valve do you have? Intake, it's like, I don't know, it's some like random filter. Probably like, I don't know what filter it is. But I do have a HKS Super Sequential 4 blow-off valve. Do you play video games? Will you have your foot? If you guys like this stream setup, dude, I'll stream some. I'll start Twitch streaming. If you guys want to see me Twitch stream, drop it in the comments, please. Let's see. Do you plan on a 3 or 4 rotor? I get this question a lot, mainly on TikTok. And for a lot of you younger viewers, just know that running 3 rotor, just the motor, costs you around 40 grand. Running 4-rotor costs you around 80 to 100 grand for running one, so it's not that easy, guys. When you say 3 or 4-rotor swap, it's not like you're just throwing a cheap eBay turbo on a Honda. It costs tens of thousands, possibly up to $100,000. Sometimes north of that. If you're like Rob Dom or like Dom Mazzei, you have like crazy 4-rotor, costs north of $200,000, more than $250,000. So that's quite a bit of money. What advice would you give someone that's starting a channel? This is a big question. For all the people that want to start channels, you just gotta post, man. You gotta post and not to get discouraged. When I first started posting, man, I was posting like a year ago every day, and I was getting like maybe like a couple subs a day. I wasn't getting that many views, and then it just started like doing well. But I was posting like 3 to 4 times a day, and I stuck with that. I kept posting every single week, and I stuck with it, and I made time out of my day to make videos and stuff like that. So that's what it took from me. It's not like it was just like handed out to me or given to me. Like I really like put in the effort. I put in a lot of effort to my videos, into filming, and a lot of passion, and I put out the videos every single week. So I had 2 questions. Toya run, blue past cops. Any tips for standard cards? Yeah, we have blown past cops, but we were driving like the speed limit, so it wasn't bad. And then tips for starting standard: get a easy car to drive with hill assist and all that stuff. It makes your life a lot easier. If you can't though, just get a cheap old car if you biff it or some whatever. Knowing what condition, go back, save, spend. Yes, I would have, 100%. I don't regret my decision, but if I could go back, I would have bought one that was in a little better condition and a clean title. But I don't mind mine. There's no frame damage to mine, so not an issue. When are you think gonna start group K-pop? We're gonna start, maybe an OnlyFans together. Zach Macondo, what got you interested in cars, modifying? I always just like cars. I like straight line speed. So actually, when I first got the FD, I wanted to like build into a single turbo monster, like street, like drag monster. And then I took it on the mountain. I was like, never mind, that's too expensive. I'm just upgrade the handling, make it look cool. And that's what got me into it. Randomly dies. Can we be tailgate buddies? I cannot. It's okay. So a lot of people ask to run on the mountain with me, and like, what I do, like, I don't mind. Like, if I'm up there, you guys see me, like, please say hi. But if I'm like driving and stuff like that, and then like, I don't know, you guys pass me, or like you guys are on my ass, and like, or I'm like, just like if something crashes in the video, and like, it's just not good. I don't want to be liable for anything. It's just a protection for myself. FD dies because the TPS is not calibrated, I think. How do you feel about driving alone? It is lonely and sad. Yeah. So when I first started the channel, I was by myself. I didn't have any friends really. I just kind of hung out with Ethan and Griffin, but like I didn't like really put them in the videos, and I was kind of just doing like mainly like drives by myself, and it was lonely. It felt like more of like a task for me to put out these videos. But now that like I'm really close to like Ethan and Griffin, like it feels like way more comfortable, and it just feels like we're hanging out, and that's why I'm so like happy like I met them and stuff like that. So that's how we also became like really good friends too, just through driving, through multiple drives. We busted missions to like Sacramento together. Man, we busted a lot of missions, like just grabbing like random car parts and stuff like that. I mean, Ethan came up like in 5 minutes to go to Sac to pick up this $100 side skirt from this guy that scalped us. So yeah, shout out to them. Aftermarket spoiler. I mean, I have one. I have the Mazda Speed one. What do you think best place internet find good price stadium cars? Unfortunately, there's none anymore. They've all been blown up by YouTube and other social media. So all the places are taxed. Other question. Are you sooner or later going to do a huge overhaul, like rebuild? V-mount. Yeah, I have an intercooler, so I'll probably do that soon. Considering trading my daily Miata for FC. Look, man. I can't tell you guys to buy cars or anything, but I will say that having a rotary is an only car is a big no. Don't do that. I've always had a second car after I bought my FD. I had a Honda Civic, a 2009 natural gas powered Civic as my second car when I had my FD, and then I bought my Integra. Question: are you gonna edit the FD in the future? Like modify it? Yeah, of course I'm gonna keep modifying it. I'm always gonna keep modifying it. It's always gonna grow. What's your life side? Major school, other hobbies. Dude, my life is just like YouTube and cars. I don't have time for a lot of other stuff. I used to play video games, but I don't have that much time anymore, man. We're always like working on cars. We're always like modifying stuff. We're always fixing stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much my life now, man. It's just cars. So, which I'm blessed to be in. You know, I love cars, so it's okay. But yeah, I used to play a lot more video games. I play a little TFT here and there, but you know. Buy another Tegra. I'll buy another Honda, probably not another Integra. The Integra's a little too heavy for me. Like I said, EK hatch. The question is, have you thought about making a project car? Of course. We're trying to pick up a project car together. I'd love to build up a project car with Ethan and Griffin. It's like the dream. That's the goal, man. That's what I'm trying to do with the channel. I'm trying to use the money, buy a project car that we can all work on together. Plan on keeping the rotor. Yeah, of course, man. Always keep my FD. I love my FD. Sorry if I brought the FD. And also about the Integra you stone. Bought my Integra off some guy in Fairfield. I forgot. It was like an hour out. Maybe 2 hours out. But I bought it. And it was cool. FD. I flew up to Portland. Bought it. 1-day flight. Or one-way ticket. Do the homies make you want to act up sometimes? 100%, man. Whenever I see Griffin bend over, when we're playing, like, we were playing Wii Sports last night, he showed me his form. I was like, no, I'm just kidding. Well, not really. Anyways, on a more serious note, single road, drive the most. Yeah, Tail the Dragon. I see it online all the time in the East Coast, man. I want to drive that so bad. Repainting for FD's front bumper. Yeah. Probably do when the V-mount's getting installed because the front bumper will be off anyways. Maybe I'll like spray paint it some crappy black. We'll see. At least better than Plastic Deb, right? It was good. I need a dream car. Yeah, you know. Appreciate the love, man. Skyline. Definitely Skyline. Integra. Oh, man. A lot of these Honda questions. Yeah, I want an EG, man. S2000. Nope. It's my dad's. My dad bought the S2000. It's still on jack stands. Longer than my FD, so, hey, you know. Hondas aren't always the most reliable. What did I do in school? I just studied engineering. It was hell, but I did it. VSKS. Ooh, that's a good one. I bought the VSKS from $2,000 off a drifter. This guy was he was drifting a Z, and he wasn't really in the hot boy scene, so I picked him up for $2,000. He gave me a great deal. Shout out to that guy. Showed me it's a good spec KS for $2,000 with tires. Channel name. Oh, my Spanish teacher in high school would always call me Suchi, so that's why my name's Suchi. Double take when you and Griffin say that's my name as well. Yeah, no, Griffin. Yours spelled a little different, but yeah, same concept. How do you go about finding roads? I don't know. I lived in the area throughout high school. Like my friends would go up, and then I'd go up. I wasn't really like pushing it though in high school, but now I kind of go a little bit faster. Aside from the RX-7 Skyline GTR, what other cars would you like to own? No, that's it. That's it. What do you say to people arguing against buying that car at such a young age? Well, a lot of people saying no are all boomers, and I hate those guys. I hate elitists. I hate rotary elitists. I hate those guys in the car community. There was a lot of guys a couple guys in the old chat I was in, and that's why I left it. Man, I just hate older rotary owners that are one-minded, they're one-dimensional. You got to watch out for those guys. There are a lot of cool guys in the rotary community, in the RX-7 community, but there's also a bunch of like just dumb, one-dimensional, like brained idiots that think that their opinion is the only thing that matters and that they're right and their opinion is the only thing that's right in the world. And I hate those guys, man. They're literally stuck in early 2000s, man. They're not adapting with 2022, but whatever, you know. They're not going to be driving for much longer, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to be the next generation, so, you know, shout out to all my young people. We're going to lead the way, so let's try to be a more open-minded and get rid of that elitist mindset. What do you think about Golf Mark 1, his first car? I don't know. I don't really know golf, so I can't really comment on that. What is your favorite and least favorite thing about the RX-7? First favorite is this you know, the when I wide open throttle, man, you hear the intake suction, you hear the turbo spooling up, you hear the blow off valve, man, and then, you know, popping some flames out the back. Worst thing, every time it's been on a tow truck, every time it's been on jack stands, those are the worst times ever. Good first car, Honda. Bigger wing, yes, only the feed wing, not some ricer ass. Well, actually, no, I do a ricer. Yeah, I do a big Country Labs wing again. The fat, like 6 foot one. But no, the feed wing's awesome. Hello from France, merch available. Yeah, try to do worldwide, man. Just might have to pay for shipping. Go drifting with the FD. Drifting the FD's tough because it has such a good weight distribution. It's not really that great for drifting. Also the torque, but you can do it. I know guys that do that drift. My old tuner, DK, drifts his FD. He's awesome he's nice with it. What do you do for work? I've always worked in the food service industry, mainly throughout school because I didn't have a degree, Yeah, that's what I've always done. I worked as a camp counselor. Actually, I worked for camp counselor when I was 16 to 18, and I made $9 an hour, 7 hours a day, 35 hours a week, in the hot sun, taking care of kids screaming and running around and fighting with each other and stuff like that. I had to keep them entertained for $9 an hour. It was fun, but it was also kind of hard. Yeah, it's Project Car. Hell yeah. Drifting. I would love to go drifting. We're trying to pick up a drift car right now on the low. Let's see. Drift build. Love to build a drift car. Maybe E36. We'll see. When are you going to paint wrap the car? Maybe when it gets a little cooler. It's a little hot right now. I don't want the wrap to bubble because I will not lie. Me and Ethan we're apprentice wrappers. We're not the best. Favorite RX-7 wide body. Ooh, with feed kit. No, it's kind of basic. I like the charge speed kit. I like the BN Sport kit too. What degree did you do? General engineering. I don't really like engineering that much though. It's really kind of lonely. Kind of not one dimensional. I like doing YouTube. I like talking. I like building cars. So probably do that. What do you think about? I don't know what that is. Sorry. What do you think about FC? Oh, I love FC RX-7s. I'd love to own one. They're a little expensive. Reason you YouTubing, content creation. I don't know. I kind of just picked up a camera and started filming it. And I was like, what if I just started it? Like, it was like, what if I just started a YouTube channel, like, because I like cars. And I'd start filming stuff. And then, yeah, I picked up a GoPro. I started watching Tedward. And I was like, he did some cool POVs, and then I picked up the little hat camera POV, and I did a POV drive with my FD, and like the first week it had like 50 views, and then like a month passed, and I got like 100, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And then like another month passed, and it was 1,000, and then I was like, oh my god, it's picking up some traction. Then like 3 months passed, and it had like 300,000 views, and I was like, oh my god. So then I was like, okay, I have to continue this, because people seem to care about the stuff I post. So yeah, that's what I did. RX-7, I'd rather have an R32. That's a tough one. They're equal. They're on equal playing fields. The other rims, hell no. No, they were kind of reps. It's okay, though. I run reps on my A36. But on my FD, man, I got out some real wheels, man. Can't be copper reps on the FD. Major. How would you spend $5K on the FD? Well, I spent more than that on buying the turbo manifold turbo and all the other supporting mods for the swap. So that was a good way to spend over $5,000. Rotary engine and really a money pit. Yes, if you want to make power, but then again, anything trying to make power is always money pit. So keep it bone stock and you just kind of maintain it. It's really not that bad. What cars have you owned? And how old were you when you owned them? I've owned a lot. Not a lot. I owned WRX, Miata S13, two 350Zs, Integra, my FD, and now a E36 M3. Griffin's with his girlfriend. Dare I say? But yeah, no, I can't bother him right now, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd be in that bed with him for real. S2000 garage. It just has bad rod bearings. My dad's replacing the rod bearings. Yeah, general engineering. Thank you so much. How do you guys get the house? Okay, I found the house on Facebook Marketplace, and it was some individual Chinese lady. Shout out Ms. Tian. That rented it to us. So it was shot in the dark. We were looking at Zillow. No chance. Who came up with the idea? Well, we always wanted to consolidate together because we're like, you know what? Let's move in together. We all like cars. We all have, cool cars. Let's move into a house together, make it happen. Would you drive JDM version Alejandro? Well, it's just because at the time, left-hand drive ones were affordable. And JD, like I bought mine for 11 grand, running and driving my left-hand drive one, like, you know, so there's no point in buying a JDM one. I didn't have to. Can you start your own project car without knowledge about cars? YouTube is enough. The internet is definitely enough. For a mentor is good. I do have a couple guys I reach out to from the rotary community, from like the old RX-7 chat I was in. That still helped me out. Shout out Vodak, Daniel, Jacob. What is it, Chris? Yes. So, a couple of those guys really help me out. So, shout out to them whenever I have questions. And oh my God, Mike too. So those guys are all cool, really cool guys. They all want to help me out. So big shout out to them. Miata's great car. It's a great car. A little expensive for the initial cost, but to maintain it, not that bad. What year? 1993. It cost me 11 grand back then. If I kept a bone stock and how it exactly was, and I didn't kind of slam it and put single turbo kit on it, kept a bone stock, probably could have sold it for like 25. What blow off valve? HKS. Career plans? YouTube? Yes, YouTube is my main thing. Do you ever want to do a road tour? Hell yeah, but I'd probably go to prison and then they'd probably deport me and then never let me back and revoke my ethnicity. What do you think about people that buy sports car and don't run toge? I mean, hey man, it's cool. Stage X. Ooh, okay. This used to be me. I used to be all about stage tuning. It was and highway runs. It's easy, it's fun for those 5 seconds, and it's a good rush, and it also doesn't beat the piss out of your car. I understand why people do it. It's easy fun, but there's no room to grow as a driver, and that's what I've learned while driving the mountain. I have a fast car. I'm not that fast of a driver. I still get smoked by people in regular cars, so it really humbles you driving like an actual like turns and stuff like that. Anyone can put a flash tune on their car in full bolt-ons and be fast in a straight line. Not everyone can rip turns on the track or on a mountain and still be that fast. So really humbles you. RX-7 a good first car. 12As are great, I've heard. Any NA rotaries are great. FD can be a little expensive. Unlimited money. What do you got? All of the 90s cars, man. Of course. This is a very unrealistic question, but I liked it. I like it. Single worst thing. Single best thing. Best thing, noises. Worst thing, being on jack stands every other week. What degree did you study? Yeah, I can get a lot of these same ones. So yeah, general engineering. Why do you have the wheel tires rubs? Every time it does, you lose confidence. LOL. I've said this before. I just like how it looks. Like I said, I'd love to pick up a Time Attack FD and just build or a stock one and build in a Time Attack one. But this one has a lot of history with me, and I really like staying true to who I was, before I got into the whole scene. So, going fast scene. Any advice? Standard. Pick up easy car. Dream car lineup. Another one. All the 90s cars. As fanboy as it sounds. Yeah, I actually did have a guy do that. Offer me a Mark IV Supra. When I first bought my FD, a month after I had it, I was so happy with it. And then someone had a Mark IV NA Supra. And a lot of you guys are like, yeah, it's an NA, but it was a left-hand drive NA Supra. That thing is probably worth like 40 grand a day. So yes, in hindsight, I would have taken it. At the time, my FD, in my opinion, was worth just as much, or if not more, than that left-hand drive NA Mark IV Supra. Long-term plans for the M3. Restore it and make it run good, well. Yeah. Hardest you've ever been walked in a race. I don't really race, man, but I have been walked. When Griffin dusted my ass, that was humbling. Top 3 dream cars. NSX, FD, Skyline. I'm barely getting cars. I don't know anything about Mitsubishis, man. I only know about I don't know anything. I'm sorry. Yes, FD forever. Man, you're asking a lot of questions, man. I recognize his name, Patrick. Okay. What kind of jobs you start working out at Ford Car Stuff? Yeah, service industry, man, and also taking care of kids. First car. Back then it was. Now it's expensive, man. Back then it was definitely worth it. It paid off because the amount I gained in the value offset the cost that I spent on it, maintaining it. Trade swap your FD for Skyline. I do a Skyline any day. Not really any day, but if it was a really clean Skyline, I'd definitely consider it. First car is Miata Honda. Host a meet. That's a tough one. Me, Griffin, Ethan want to host a meet. Just a lot of liability. I don't want people like pulling up, doing burnouts, two-stepping, spinning out. Be very bad on me. RX-7, yes. Subscribe Cruise. Ooh, the Cruise is different because that's where there's driving. There's a lot more liability. If someone like wrecks their shit or dies, you know, they'd be like, Suchi killed me. I don't know, you know, something like that. Did you look up my boy Joel here at Wiseco? Final bout. No, Christian, no. Told me about him. I don't know who he is though. How much you pay for the RX-7? Can you afford it? 11 grand. How can you afford it? I don't know. I just suffer. Plans at graduation to YouTube, probably. Managed to make enough money on RX-7? Yeah, just working. Are you and Griffin together, or is it on and off? It's on and off right now. Griffin does have a girlfriend, so we're fighting right now for Griffin's attention. What do y'all do for money? Me and Griffin have jobs. I used to have like work like 50 hours a week. I reduced it now because I'm just doing YouTube mainly. But yeah, that's how we all did it. Ethan's always ran his own businesses. Just running, fund everything. Yeah, it's, you know, just work, man. It doesn't come just like that, remember. Nothing ever just comes like that. It's a lot of working. Took a lot of years to work to save up for it. RX-7s all come boosted. They were twin turboed. So the FDs all came twin turboed. When's Griffin gonna let you pass him on the toge? Dude, whenever I get fast enough, he's never gonna let me. That's something that you have to earn. You have to earn the pass. You can't just, it's no handouts. Go abroad, Japan, definitely. Oh, no Japan. Damn it. Korea. I'd love to go to Korea. First car is a car enthusiast. Honda. RX-7, yeah, already. Sorry, I'm gonna skip the questions that I already answered, guys. How did we meet? That's a good one. So we met at the car club at my school, and they were both pretty cool guys. Yeah, and then we started hanging out more. Ethan really knew how to work on cars, so that's how I kind of linked in with him. And then Griffin was a really good photographer, and his photos were immaculate. So yeah, we all started hanging out. And then Ethan also lived with Griffin, so we'd all just hang out, and then we all became really good friends. And now we all live together, possibly sleep together. What do you do for work? Yeah, so yeah, okay, I already did this. Okay, did that one. Love Skyline. Honda or Skyline. Definitely Honda first, a little cheaper. 8, oh, okay, that's a lot. 8.6, yeah, I would own one if I could. In the future, maybe like a wide body kit, maybe. Just keep building it. Keep building the engine, make it more reliable. Skyline. Family's great. How's your day? My day's going great. I woke up doing this video. Now we got like 3 cars to do oil changes on after this, so I'm kind of speeding through it. Get them on the BMW. Focus on I'm gonna do both. All my cars I try to do like little things too here and there. I don't just like leave them. Okay, I kind of left my BMW for a little bit, but it's now we all live together at the house. Pay match the bumper. Yes. The build cost. I don't even want to talk about it, man. But I've dumped probably easily more than 15 grand into my FD. You get another Jamie car for free. Skyline. Because RB power. Nice JDM sedans out there. Yes. Get a Chaser and then sell it to Griffin. Do that. What do you do for work? You can answer that. Where do you buy your cars from? I bought it from Portland, but you just got to buy them. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Answer that one. How do you afford cars and mods? Okay, did that. Afford it, man. It's all okay. Favorite car initial D. I gotta say, man, I really like the FC. I really like is it Ryosuke? I think it's Ryosuke. Shoot, this is embarrassing. It's the older Takahashi brother with the white FC, the white turbo too. I can't answer reliability because honestly, it's all up to the previous owner. A car can be as reliable as the previous owner left it. I do not name my cars. I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, I had an Integra before, of course. No, I haven't gotten in trouble with the authorities. Nope, not once. So hopefully won't run into that problem. Buy FD4, yep, okay. Why did you risk it? I don't know, man. I just bought it. I didn't know anything about the car, and then I learned so much. When you go full time, we'll see how well the merch does, and then I'll go full time. I'll quit my job. But I'd always tell myself at 100K I'd quit. But if the merch does well enough, I'll quit my job and like legit go full time YouTube. Porsche Cayman. Ooh, I actually wanted a Cayman before my FD. It was I was looking at M3 E46 M3. I was looking at a Cayman S, the early one, the 2006 to 2009 Cayman S, and I was looking at FDs. The 3 cars I was looking at. Family history, heritage. How to record. 360 cam. Use my code. Oh. I didn't want it. How do you get your X7? Do you like your Subi? Hell yeah, I love my Subi. I love my Subaru, man. My WRX. I was trying to buy it back, but the guy that wanted it sell to me wanted $2,500 and the motor was blown. So I was like, no. Yeah, okay. Let's see. State, California. I've been to SoCal. It's just I have PTSD going there because my FD had to go on a trailer. A tow truck back. Yes, I do plan on visiting Japan. When do you buy your first car? When I was 17, I bought a WRX. Country. State. That's a tough one. Probably wherever Tail the Dragon is. Dino Day. Man, whenever DK comes up, man, and we go to Sake Bomb, I feel like if you watch my videos, you would know this, right? You guys know this, right? Okay, I'm not gonna answer that. I'm just gonna let you guys watch my videos. I feel like that's pretty. No, never mind. How long did it take to get intercooler? A lot of time. Dream build. Thank you. Schooling, okay. A question. Thank you, I appreciate it. Favorite car. Skyline. Yes, I would love one. What do you look for using bike? Oof, that's a tough one. Usually miles, mods, and then how many owners it's had. When's merch drop? Hopefully this week. We have more time now. How can I find a tuner for a car? Okay, when looking for a tuner, just ask around the forums. If they have any dirt on their name, a lot of dirt, don't go to them. If they have some dirt, it's probably fine. But yeah, really be careful about tuners, guys. No, rust. Sorry. Goals and aspirations. 5 years. 5 years. Hopefully, me and all the homies can be in a fat house with like 20 cars. How much? Man, come on, just go on any import site. Probably around like 20 or 30 grand. I don't know. I don't really look into the market that much because I already have one. What do you get a degree in? Yeah, I can answer that one. Dream car, Skyline, R32, or an R34, GTR. 10 years. Big house with the homies. Answer that one. Oh my god. Okay. Fully back. FD. Definitely FD. What got you into cars? How do you get into driving? Okay, answer that one. Buy a car. My dad owns S2000. Please future plan. Oh, do you pee in the shower or into the shower? No, I pee outside of the shower. I pee into the toilet. Oh, I heard Malaysia's got a good scene, so if we can ever go there, definitely. When's the Yeet collab? Dude, whenever Yeet pulls up to the bay, me and Griffin are going to hit him up, and we're going to go in the Tonka, bro. Uh-oh, nope. Oh my god, okay, sorry guys, I lost it. Okay, yes, sorry. Back to the question, I accidentally clicked on the profile. Yeet collab, yeah, when we pull up in the big body G, and Yeet comes through, that's when it's happening. We're gonna rip Toge with Yeet in the Tonka. Moving with friends, man, it's a blessing. I love living with them. They're honestly like, I can't be more thankful to live with these guys. 350Z, a good car, dude. I had one. I had two. First one blew up. Second one was great. So it's 50-50 for me. Ooh, Sanrio, have you thought about doing an adult entertainment, like OnlyFans or like oh adult entertainment? I probably would not, just because I have YouTube going on. But hey, man, like, you know, if you want to go in the adult industry, I respect it. You know, everyone's got their hustle. I have some homegirls that do OnlyFans, so, you know, shout out. Maybe I'll bring them on the channel. What's the closest you've been losing your license? I was 17. Got pulled over for allegedly street racing. Well, I was street racing. I got convicted, and I had to go to juvenile hall. And then I didn't go actually get locked up, but I went to like juvenile hall for like the hearings and the judge and like fighting against a couple misdemeanors. So that was a very close time losing my license. Any intention to get rebuilt titles? Nah, you don't need rebuilt titles, man. Just keep them salvage. What do you think is new gen who are getting license to? The car kids. Man, don't go on TikTok for information. There's very little information, good information on TikTok. I'm telling you, don't go on like old forums or go on Facebook where like the guys are a little older and they really know their stuff. How many feet pics do you have to sell to buy an FD? A lot, dude. You gotta sell a lot of feet pics. Unless you got some nice feet, bro, and you're charging a premium, you got a lot of feet pics. What'd you feel to study? Answered that once. What's your stance on stance, man? I love stance. Stance is cool. I came from stance. Thoughts on mayonnaise? I like mayonnaise on my everything. Like syrup. Look, man, I don't want to incriminate myself, okay? I love feed. I love the feed FD. How much was it? I didn't import it. It's a US model. How zesty are you, bro? I'm pretty zesty, bro. Like 9. How much money you spent on gas? We don't have to answer that question. It's a lot. Is Griffin taken? Yeah, he is. He has a girlfriend, but also he has me, so he's double taken. Do you ever sell the RX-7? Maybe get like a Unos Cosmo. I throw a 20B in the FD. I wouldn't buy Unos, so too big. We try to fix. Oh, if I got in a bad car crash with the FD, I would definitely try to fix it. Can you wink wonk for us? I don't know. I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna have to pass. Top 10 cars. I don't know, man. All the 90s cars. In-N-Out or 5? Ooh, In-N-Out, bro. We love In-N-Out. If you ever catch us In-N-Out, say what's up. When are you getting them? I had 3 motorcycles. I wrecked them, though. I wrecked one, and I went to the ER, and then I didn't buy another one. When did you find out that you were Asian? I found out a couple years ago, man. I just, I don't know. Just found out. I was like, oh, shit, I'm Japanese. Better buy a JDM car. You and Griffin OnlyFans when, bro? Dude, whenever he's alone in his room.
What did he say?
When you get to that yee-ass haircut. Man, I like my haircut, okay? Man, I got a nice fade. I got this, like, what's it called? Like, you know, not a mullet, but, you know, it's got, like, fade to it, all right? Don't be gassing my haircut. You buy, what car would you buy? Skyline. Major, answer that. Honda Prelude. Hell yeah, I like Preludes. Does she burn oil? Every FD burns oil, man. Every rotary does. Ultimate goal. Do car shit with the homies. What do you do for work? Right now, YouTube. Mainly. I'm trying to. 13B. No. They're too expensive. Gaming vids. Okay, like, if you guys like these kinds of vids, I can literally stream it like this. I will Twitch stream and just YouTube full time. If you guys want to see it. Who's your waifu that you put on the FD? Probably Rias from High School DxD. I'm not saying I watch it. I'm just saying I watched it a couple times.
Stop it. Get some help.
Why don't you get a better tune? Because rich airfield means less power. Look, man, power's not everything. Sometimes you want reliability, okay? It's not all about power, all right? You want reliability, all right? Dream Car Skyline. What do you regret? I just regret buying a salvage title, but you know, at the end of the day, there's no frame damage, so it's not that bad. Ike's order, bro. Matt Cain. I always get the Matt Cain. Hella good. What do you study? I will, man. It's a lot of editing. That's why. Do you kiss the homies goodnight? Yes. Will you drive down the street? Let me hear that sexy red. Please, I live close by. Sure, one day. I mean, I'm always driving around. What do you? How long is it? I think 1 inch is good. Study. Sexiest in the group. It's a tough one, man. We all got great personalities. Are you Japanese? I was wondering, I mean, ruining old JD. I mean, I ruined my car, so, you know. Hell yeah, do it. Do it. Are you from Japan? No, I was born here. I'm American. I'm American born. What made you, just, you know. Why you so sus? What you talking about, bro? I just got a lot of love for the homies. It's not sus. I don't know what you're talking about. Where were you been at? No creep stuff. I'm not really sure what that means, but I've just been in the Bay Area. Favorite anime? Ooh, favorite anime. Right now it's JoJo's. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. When will you get a girlfriend? Man, girlfriends are expensive, right? I gotta live the Toge car life. That's expensive, okay? It's hard to go on dates when you got your car to fix and stuff. Oh, yeah, I love an IS-300. South Bay, I am. Yes, Discord. I will drop a Discord server if you guys, enough people comment it. Why are you so down, fool? I don't know, man. Just a down-ass fool. Okay. Oh, my God. That was so... Dude, that was like an hour. I'm so tired. Okay, now I gotta go work on like 5 cars today. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I love you. And yeah, you know, if you watched the video all the way to the end, I hope it was insightful. And I hope you guys got something out of it. And like I said, if you guys want to see a Twitch stream, if you guys want to see me Twitch streaming, I have all the software for it. I have OBS. So, also Discord server. Drop those comments. I'll do it. I will do it. Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and peace.